Hey, what's up guys? Tim here. Got another tutorial for you today, and we're revisiting the knot and loop fishtail. As you can see here, I've got a slightly different version of it. So this is a fishtail that's done with a 2-strand core, and I've just used 2 snake knots to kind of lock it in. But I also wanted to take this opportunity to show you how to do a 2-tone fishtail. So as you can see, this is what this version looks like. In my previous tutorial on how to do knot and loop fishtail, it looks like this, which is not bad. I think this version works too. But this one, the original method I taught you was a little tricky. This one I think is a lot easier, and you can do this single tone as well. But yeah, I want to go through this with you today, and I think you guys will like it. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. So to start off, I've got 3 feet of charcoal gray from my core strand, and to begin and form our loop for the knot and loop part, we're going to tie a single snake knot. And as you can see, or as you will see, this method is quite simple compared to the previous method I taught you for a knot and loop fishtail. So to do the single snake knot, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it, but to go over it again, take the strand on the left, bring it around behind, strand on the right. Then I'm going to take this strand, the strand on the right, go behind, strand on the left, and go through the loop on the right. We're just going to pull that shut like this. So now we're going to slowly adjust, and you want to make your roughly ½ inch loop. Okay, and if your bracelet's size correct, it should stay on nice and firm. Okay, so we're going to pull that tight like that. Okay, so from here you have 2 options. You can tie the second snake knot down here to determine the end length for a bracelet, or you can do that later. I think I'll do that now, just so I have a kind of idea of how much I have to go to. I'm just going to use an old bracelet here just to get an idea of how much I need. This is a really old snake knot that I made a long time ago. As you can see, really dirty and worn. Okay, so back to this. I'm going to tie right about here, I believe. Okay, so same thing. Left behind right, and then right strand through that loop. Okay, and of course you can always adjust. I'll probably have to adjust this later because I probably lost the my length. But okay, so you get you get the idea of what I'm doing, right? You want to make sure these strands are even too, so I'm going to even that out a bit. Okay, so as you can see what I'm doing, I tied 1 snake knot up here, that is our loop, and 1 down here, that's where the fishtail will end, and then on this side here with this excess I'm going to tie the diamond knot. Okay, so but as you can see now we have our 2-strand core that we're going to work with, and we can start tying our fishtail. So now for the main weave, 2 colors I'm working with are goldenrod here, and my second half is going to be burgundy. I've got about 4 feet of each, but I will annotate here exactly how much I use, and of course the overall size of the bracelet. Okay, so I've got my goldenrod doubled over. I'm going to put it behind my 2-strand core. So we're going to take the right strand, go through the middle like that, and then take the left strand, go through the middle again. This is kind of how we start off our fishtail. And then I'm going to take the strand on the left and put it through again one more time. I'm going to push this up. Okay. So now we have the start of our fishtail, and I find it most comfortable if I'm not weaving on a jig, just to keep it my dominant hand on this side, and with my weak hand I hold this steady. And then it's always just the top strand, the one on top, over that and under, back under through where you came through, like that. Okay, so that's the first knot. Of course you want to keep this tight, like that. Fishtail is one of those knots where you want to continually, shape them to make sure your knots are even, right, like that. So that's one knot. Now we just continue. Strand on the top, over, under, over, under. Okay. So as you can see, we're starting to weave our fishtail. Very simple. And I keep going about halfway down, of course, because this is going to be like half goldenrod, half burgundy. So again, just top strand over the strand here, under the second one, then over, back over that one, and back under. Okay. And what I tend to do to keep everything nice and tight is I continually to pull the slack on this side and kind of push everything up with my thumb. Alright, so I'm going to continue weaving midway through, and then we'll switch to burgundy, and I'll show you the next step. Alright, so I've woven about halfway down. Now to prepare for the next color. As you can see, I've got two cords to the right side. I'm going to take the top cord, go over and under once, and stop there. Okay, and I'm going to pull this tight, push everything up. Now we can incorporate our second color. Just going to put this down for a sec. I'm going to take my burgundy strand and double it over, find the middle point. So we're going to take the midpoint of your second color, you're going to lay it behind everything like this. You see I've got this cord under on this side and over top on the other side. And then from here we're just going to weave in the fishtail again. So I've got this on top, going to over and under like that, and then the one on the left over and under like that. Okay, so I'm going to pull that tight, push everything up, pinch it together, and from here we're just going to continue weaving the fishtail. So see this cord I have on the bottom, I'm going to go back over on this side. So now it's kind of flipped, as you can see. You know, before I had the cords on the right side, now I have my cords on the left side. It's just kind of the way it works out. And then it's the same thing, right? I'm going to take cord on the top, this one here, over, under, like that, and then over, under, like that. Okay, so very simple. And of course at the same time you want to maintain that tight weave every now and then, and make sure that this transition is nice and tight too. That's what it's going to look like on the back. Alright, so I'm going to finish weaving all the way down to the bottom, and then I'll show you guys how to finish it off. So as you can see, I'm just about done weaving all the way down to the second snake knot, and I reverted to my fids just to get the last few knots through. Put that one through there. And now, as you can see, I've got both strands on this side again. I'm going to take this fid off and put it onto the top strand here, this one. And I'm going to put this, or pass this through one last time. I'm just going to transition over to this side so it's a little more clear. This is the top strand. I'm just going to go through one more time, alright? Through here, like that, and there. It should be enough. So now, as you can see, we've got both strands coming through the back here. You can just snip and cinch and melt them here. If you really want to, you can tuck them under the last two knots. I'm not going to do that. I don't think it's necessary because we have this snake knot holding everything together. I'm just going to snip and cinch and melt them here. And then up top here, as you can see, we've got some excess. You want to bring this to each side, and you're going to snip and cinch this one and this one, okay? And then after that, we're just going to tie our stopper knot, and then we'll be done. So now for the final step, we're just going to take our two strands down here and tie the 2-strand diamond knot. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that, but I'm just going to go through it really quickly. I do have a dedicated tutorial for it, so I won't go too much into detail for time's sake. I've got my strands through my finger like this. Make a loop. Okay, put that over the strand on the left, and then this strand under this one, over, under, over, like that. So we now have our carex bend, and then this strand through here, and this strand through here. So now I'm going super fast, but again, you guys can consult my dedicated tutorial for the diamond knot. Okay, so there's my diamond knot. Now I'm just going to shift it up here. I'm going to move it up here, and yeah, that'll be it. I'm just going to finish that off and we'll be done. Alright, there we have it, guys. I'm done. So my two-toned fishtail is complete. That is the knot and loop method, the different method that I've shown you today. I think it's a lot easier and a lot less finicky. Also, I think the end result is a bit cleaner too. Alright, so I've got the ends snipped and singed here. You want to make sure these are really smooth because they will contact your skin or whoever is wearing it. So do be careful about that. And I've got these ends melted too. So if you want to take this further, you can do a multi-tone, as I've done in this example here. And as you can see, I did this on the double cow's hitch, or the single cow's hitch on each end, single cow's hitch 2-strand core. And I do have a tutorial on that. But as you can see, I just did that for buckles, right? And also it produces a really nice clean result. And I've done gray, white, red, white, and gray again. So I think this one looks really nice. And this is a great way for using up your scrap pieces of paracord as well, because of little sections like this. They use very little paracord, so you can make a bracelet entirely of scrap pieces if you wanted to. Okay, so that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If there's anything that you're unsure of, please do leave a comment or question down below. Be sure to get back to you as soon as I can, and I will link all the related videos at the end of the video as well as down below. And that's about it, guys. Do stick to the end to see any related projects and other things that I have going on. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.